We're streaming, everybody. We're playing a wonderful round of Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch 2. Recently came out. Last year they ported it to Switch, and then the Switch 2 port came out, where it's an upgrade, $5 extra. We're playing. I'm Grant Furman. I'm the editor-in-chief. Gonna be in town. Figured, screw it. It's snowy here on the East Coast. Why not play some Xenoblade?
Pretty wild, huh?
Pretty wild.
They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
Play nice. So people have been pretty critical about this upgrade. People don't like it. I think so. We're probably not going to see the majority of the problems here, because what I've read is the majority of the problems don't really show up docked. When it's undocked, the upresing is
We call this planet Mira.
no good. Whatever they're
on
running
any
it
star
through, whatever algorithm they're applying to it
But it's
to
our new home.
upres eats a lot of shit on mobile. So people think that like the straight Switch 1 version actually looks better.
Recognize
is
the
not
habitat
great.
unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Certain enemies you find on Mira will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy's detection type. Icon next to their name. Non-aggressive, no icon. Visual will react when you enter its field of vision. Auditory will react when you want too close to it. Got it. To reach a habitat before sundown, we'll need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good for times when you need to get somewhere in a hurry. You need a break, especially a hairy situation. Okay. Any map? You can tell. I mean, if you've ever played this, you can tell that this is not. I have not gotten very far, but I will say, I think that in general, a lot of like the design of the whole series is kind of PSO-like, but this one in particular, I just really gives me PSO vibes, which is attractive.
I'll strike first. Attack at range. You've unleashed my inner animal. Grrr! Scream it! Shadow strike.
So yeah, it's a lot of it's a little MMO combat-y.
Defenders destroyed. Move in and strike.
Scattered like leaves.
We got him. Let's move.
Swede bulge. I really thought it said suit at first, but that says Swede.
I'll do my best.
Let's see what you've got. Shadow Strike! Early Bird! Sliding Slinger! That's a dent in 'em. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Talk about force.
Shadow Strike!
Catch me up.
I should
Have
heal
to
up
stay in
first.
this. Nailed it. Now melee.
Slinger! Now, my turn.
We did great.
We got it. Let's move.
And honestly, even the sound is a little, the sound design. Let's see. Down gear. So it's better for everything except gravity resistance. Okay. I do not like the back. The back sounds like you're going like. I don't like that. I don't know what arts are yet. Okay. Oh, arts are your supers or whatever. Okay. One of the things about PSO2, oh, not PSO2, PSOTOO,
I'll
is
do my best.
Let's see what you've got.
how much you spend time in
Move in
menus
and do
while
some
like
damage.
maneuvering in the world. Like, oftentimes
Strike.
you will just like be
Now,
walking
melee
while
attacks.
sticking around in a menu.
I'm off balance.
Ended, destroyed. Hit him again.
This force. Early Bird.
Flame grenade.
Tough. Touch me up. Sliding Slinger. That's a dent in 'em. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Nope, no thank you.
Talk about
Rude.
force.
Shadow Strike. We're up against a big target. Buff up now. Upper hand. This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it. What?
Hey, incoming baddies. Catch me up. Have to stay in this.
I should heal up
Girl
first.
armor.
I owe you one.
Talk about force.
Sliding Slinger. Now, melee attacks.
I hate losing my balance. I can take it.
Now,
Just
it's my
stay on them.
turn. Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat. Sliding. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Headbutt. I don't really know how to use party. Okay, I don't have skills. I don't really know how to use. Like, I presume we don't have items. Is there stuff here that I can loot? Let me get, the jumping is also on. It's on. Okay. This is how you change time.
Sir,
Fall off the cliff, don't panic, just head east until you reach the habitat. Try not to engage any powerful enemies on the way. Okay. I'm gonna try to maximize this. Seed. Small text. Just need a bigger window in my capture.
let's get going. Bring it to them.
Shadow strike.
Nailed it. Now melee.
Sliding slinger.
They just want to be a valued member of the team. I'll strike first. Attack at range.
Shadow strike. Curly bird. That could have dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
So another thing about PSO is you're doing a lot of it is with positioning.
Hit him again.
Is just like it's less about what you're doing, which attacks you're doing, which is like, you know, there's some of that, like especially like if you're doing the casting magic and stuff, but especially on like the more melee or even like the gun-based ones, it's like, how are you positioning? Treasure. Okay, success. A lacy potato. That's what it sounds like every time I close the video. Like, nope. There you go. Go back in the UI. Yeah, I wouldn't say that this looks great. I mean, it's a Wii U game, and there's a lot of pop-in, which is like look at this. Look at this bush. This seems like, I don't know, things you could deal with more hardware. You could have, instead of it being
do my best.
surely
Now
like
stagger them with a melee attack. Sliding slinger.
instead of being all about like, hey, how hashtag high the resolution is or whatever. Things like, is this a the pop-in
Destroyed.
is
Move in and
better,
strike.
less like
Shadow stroke this force.
does it hit this 4K number or whatever? It's less important. So we don't need to attack that guy, but we do need to attack this fucker.
Here goes.
Let's see what you've got. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Shadow strike. Sliding slinger. Scream edge.
Oh, fuck.
Upper hand.
I didn't mean to.
This force.
attack the big dude.
Neutralized. Switch to close range combat. I'm in trouble. Heal me. Early bird. Bring me down. I'm not gonna make it.
You alone? Can't win this alone?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm dead. So I need to not deal with this fucking guy. Because what I was trying to do is I was trying to target different body parts on that hog. It didn't work. I changed targets and I started attacking the big dude, which is my mistake. I think we're just gonna try to not attack things that are not like unless there's something hostile. Where I think we're not gonna try to just murder to farm XP or whatever. I think we're just gonna try to. So like these are gonna be hostile because they have the sound.
I'll strike first. Attack at range.
Target in sight. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Scattered like leaves.
Nice work.
So these are okay. There we go.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Sliding slinger.
Ended. Destroyed. Hit him again.
I can't do battle commands.
Sliding.
Scattered like leaves.
That's true on any hunt.
Nah. Okay. So let's just sneak on past these fucking guys. Very Middle Eastern sound going on. Get some of these lacy potatoes. All right. I had wanted to play this when the Wii U was still the current platform, and I had purchased a code. I want to say it was from Best Buy, but maybe it wasn't. And I had purchased it, and the code was broken. It didn't work the way, like it didn't grant me the thing, and I got a refund, but I just never got around to buying the game proper and then playing it. So I've never played it, even though I know people speak so highly of it. And I like the mainline Xenoblades. I do end up falling off before the end. This is a long game. This is a long game too. This is like a 60, 70-hour game. Okay. A new place. What's up here? Probably a lacy potato. Lacy Chabert. It's a straw lemmy. Some Bug Snacks ass naming.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
It will get us inside.
Grexes. And they're riled.
They're riled. And some bitches is riled. You can tell by the way they are.
We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Oh, woo. Range combat, always switch between them. Close range to do more damage. Attack range to art, you'll automatically switch over to his weapon. Or associated with your melee weapon. It's also interesting because like photon art is a thing that Phantasy Star uses. Arts are associated with weapon, currently wielding. Continue their cooldown. Blah blah blah. Arts are used for the secondary. Okay.
It didn't have to be like this. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Shadow strike. Now, melee attacks. That's the tent in 'em. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Enemy down. Closing up the next one.
Shadow strike. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Side slash. I'm in trouble. Heal me.
I see.
Flame grenade.
That
Melee
I
attack.
thought that was like I thought that was a boost. Res up, but that's a heal. Got it.
I have to stay in this. Help me. Shadow strike.
Chrome
This is
armor.
wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it. Slide. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Mm.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
hard to tell. Like, is it? Oh my god, that's such a like a. There's no sort. Dog shit UI design. Dog shit. There has to be. Terrible. I have to be missing something, because if you just have to scroll down to find like helmet number 753, then fuck that forever. That's something that had been figured out by the time they were making games on the Wii U. That's so that pop end's pretty bad. I guess it does make sense that there would just be people who you just don't have any dialogue with. Like, it would be weird in the real, like if you take the role playing somewhat seriously, it would be like, why the fuck are you walking up to some random person and saying, "Hello, give me dialogue, please"? Weird directing decisions. Like, we need to have this camera be like handheld behind, walking behind them. It's weird.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
Traffic's terrible.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together,
Refugees, if you
we
will.
resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to
Can we pet
ourselves.
the cat?
Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's like you don't. There's like you don't get the big traveling stuff like a mech or whatever for like hours for tens of hours. And then the way you interact with the world is very different. In a way, not entirely dissimilar from like a Final Fantasy. An airship type dealie.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Brave citizens of New Los
I've spent a lot of time in
Today,
LA, and
This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson.
I don't think there's that many
Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly
Unprotected.
delighted to share.
elevators.
Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director
As
General?
part of my
Since
initiative
when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days
all
ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters, I stand here truly humbled and
From
grateful.
political aid to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not
Colonel.
about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Get her ass.
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
This one of the survivors, ma'am?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Oh yeah, that
Come
guy
on,
lied.
seriously. Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Seeing a lot of stair stepping. Which isn't great. Oh. It's a big fucking boon you got there. Max. Yoko Taro? Just announced today as I'm recording this, or was announced that as writer of the Eva thing.
Damn it!
Fuck this helmet. Hmm.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there?
Doug.
And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade. Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
She's actually
Most of the time, that is.
a 1,000-year-old
Most of the
dragon.
time.
Don't ask
Anyway,
questions.
you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and
Him
dock
being
the
named
Skell.
Doug is very
What?
funny.
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind
Pound
it.
sand, Steve.
Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Change your active party compensation. Allies or add them to your active party. Sure. Okay, so I can control. Hey. Join the prospectors. Civilian, I'm worried about whether he'll be able to handle the duties of a blade. A Xenoblade.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where
Is
Duck and I were
Hollywood
conducting
one of the
flight
districts?
tests. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more houses.
There's the Scientology building, obviously.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Unwind with
The park is my
Dianetics.
favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Doesn't seem like they went particularly hard on make this look like LA.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks
Kept
are
you
pretty
waiting.
close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Okay, so I can't go that way. Can I go this way? Okay. What's up, Regina? Nice shot.
Well,
Okay.
hey,
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
It's a pretty wrinkly face you got there, guy.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Now this is the LA I know and love. A Normandy looking ass.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
What, like in a JRPG or something?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth.
Weak.
Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food.
It's in the
water,
opening cutscene.
search and rescue teams,
It's like, hey, here's
surveillance,
Earth.
police.
And then
The
here's
list
two
goes on and
separate
on.
alien
It was too
civilizations.
much
It's
for the
not like,
provisional
oh,
government
the
to
aliens
manage
were
on its own.
attacking
So
humans
Blade
specifically.
was
It's like,
born.
no, there's two big
The
fuck off
idea was
like
to have
alien
one central
civilizations having a war,
organization
and Earth
with
was
different
just in the
disciplines
middle
to
of their
fill these
war.
various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at Banner Michael.
The
It's
White
Crucible
Whale was
or
designed
whatever.
to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the lifehold. Are in the lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Ah, yes.
Sure, register me.
All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
You crash
It
your fucking
started
ship.
at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
Seems bad for you.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No
Get a
one
grip.
can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we
So it's a
clung to our
Battlestar
mission,
Galactica
find
type
a habitable
dealie.
planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
I think that's a good place to end it. Thank you for joining me. I'll probably check back in on the podcast about my time spent with Xenoblade Chronicles X. If you want to hear my further thoughts, you can go to videogame.town and you'll find the Video Game Town Hall podcast. You could also go to YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find podcasts, do that. And we also are on Blue Sky, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, you know, all the places you would expect us to be. Obviously not Twitter. Obviously not Twitter. But regardless, we're there, we're available. We would love if you would check us out. We're also on Patreon. If you love additional content, you want even more than we give out for no cost, we would appreciate if you would give us a few bucks a month. Or, you know, we have a Ko-fi, which you can give us a one-time, you know, bit of cash. Or you could just leave a review, and we would appreciate that too. But until now, I'd like to say, bye-bye.